And welcome everybody to episode 13 of the GrowCast Show. I have with me Dennis Choong, the Mobile Numerology Whisperer. Dennis, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you so much for being here as well. And Dennis, I'll always like to start off by asking this question. What does being better than normal mean to you?
Okay, to answer this question, actually, honestly, when I tell people I'm doing numerology, they think that I'm not normal. Yes. And that's when I started to ask them, how about this way? Can I get a mobile number, not yours, but the number of another person that is very close to you? And you know about this person, and then I will read the person. So when I come back with 70 to 80% accuracy regarding that person, then they start to believe me, and then I become the normal one. Not the special one, not just the normal one. So if you're asking me, how about being better than normal, then I hope I'm able to help people to be able to understand, interpret, and leverage on numbers.
I like that, very nicely said. And what makes you better than normal?
Better than normal, because without seeing you, without knowing your background, without even knowing your birth date, and your birth time, I could tell you a story behind your numbers.
And that's very nicely said, Dennis. Dennis, I also know you wrote a book very recently, right?
Yeah.
Asian Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Tell us a bit more about the book.
Okay. Yes. I have just recently written my book and published this book early this year. It's called Asian Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Reason why Asian Tiger? Because I'm Asian. I'm the Asian Tiger. And then the Hidden Dragon is for a salesperson. Perhaps he has some skills and that he didn't know that he's actually the Hidden Dragon. So I wanted to surface the Hidden Dragon in that person. So I came out with this 105, this innovative strategy from Asia to elevate your sales game. It's because I actually worked in many different sales industry in the past. I was in courier service, I was in car sales, I was in property sales, I was in MLM, and I'm also into afterlife planning. So having been to all these different industries before, I actually observe a lot of sales tips, and that's why I actually accumulate all these sales tips that I have, and I just publish all in the book so that even if I'm not around, this book will be around and this could be passed on for generations.
Very nicely said as well. And how did you get started? How did you become the Mobile Numerology Whisperer?
Yes. Actually, life takes a very interesting twist. Growing up, actually, I do not like numbers at all. But somehow I've been exposed to numbers, and I was very intrigued that numbers can reveal so much about ourselves. So I actually study even deeper into numerology, and I wanted to really understand myself through numbers. And right now, I'm ready to use this knowledge to actually share with people, and then especially with salespeople, and how they can leverage on the knowledge of these numbers to help salespeople to do even better in their sales.
And numerology is so big, right? Why did you choose mobile numerology?
Okay. That's a very interesting question. Actually, we're surrounded by a lot of numbers in our life. When you are born, our birth cert has our number. And then when we grow up, we have IC, the mobile number, the block we stay, the unit we stay, and everything around us is about numbers. But the only numbers that actually follow us throughout our life is a mobile number. And in the past, we used to ask people, who in this room do not have a mobile number, please, a mobile phone, please raise your hand. But nowadays, you ask, who don't have a mobile phone, please raise your hand, because everybody holds a mobile phone. Whether you are a young child or you are an old man, you carry a mobile phone. When you go to sleep, you watch a mobile phone. When you wake up, you also look at the mobile phone. When you are in the toilet, when you're commuting, when you're at work, almost every time you are using the mobile phone. In fact, right now, if you notice, you use mobile phone even for all your banking needs, to even order food. and transport as well. You use mobile phone. So that's why mobile phone is even more important moving forward.
I agree. And how exactly does mobile numerology work?
Okay, this mobile numerology, it believes on the vibrations from the numbers that you have. And then these vibrations will actually help you in terms of understanding your personality, your life path, and even your destiny. So most of us, we do not have good mobile numbers. So good 80% of us do not have good mobile numbers. And out of this 80% of it do not have good birth dates. So that's the reason why a good mobile number is very, very important.
Maybe you can tell me a bit more. Is there such a thing, or what is the difference between a good mobile number and a bad mobile number?
Okay. So for mobile numerology, we use the principle of yin and yang. So yin means being negative and yang means positive, as you know. So if your mobile number has a lot of yin, then naturally your number is no good. But if your number has a lot of yang, it also not necessarily means that it is also good. So the keyword is about finding the balance between yin and yang, because positive energy have negative traits. Negative energy has positive traits. So you need to combine both.
Because you cannot be on a spectrum, right?
Yes.
You always need a combination of both, right?
Yes, correct.
And who did you actually learn from? Who did you learn mobile numerology from?
Yes, my teacher is 𝐿𝐸𝐶𝐸. I used to always call her Laoshi, so I mean interchange and I just call her Laoshi here. Yeah. So she actually learned from the number one master, Feng Shui and numerology master in Taiwan called Hu Yiming. And then both of them are actually featured on CCTV. CCTV, as you know, China television, China has no religion. Yeah. So in order to be on their program, you cannot have any superstition or religion component in it. Yeah. So my Laoshi is the number one student of Hu Yiming, and I'm her number one student.
Very nice. And tell us a bit more. How was your journey learning from Laoshi?
The journey was good because she allowed me to have a lifetime refresher. So I have been going back every month for the last 3 years already. Yeah. And every time I go back, I will still pick up something. Yes. And I find the journey is that you actually have to put in the hard work in order to master numerology. It's not something that you learn over 2 days and then you can master it. You have to perfect it over time. And also during Zoom, it's also important that you stay focused, sit in front of the monitor and learn throughout the whole session and not move around that much. I think that is the best way to do. But on top of that, what I do is that when she has a preview session, I will also attend the segment whereby she will be analyzing number, so that I can learn how to actually read those number. And then the other thing that's also equally important is dare to read the number for your friends and relatives, because only by try and error then you can actually perfect a skill. So when I first started, actually I must thank my classmate. They said, never mind, you just read for me. I said, I just learned only. So no, you just read for me. And then when I read for them, it's fairly accurate. And then that gave me a lot of confidence. So I began to read more and more. And what I do, in addition to other students in the class, is that I do not give my mobile number to the Laoshi to read for me. Instead, I'll read first, analyze first, and then I'll pass to her and let her tell me where I've gone wrong. So that's the reason why I can improve a lot faster than all the rest of my classmates.
And you mentioned Laoshi is the number one student of the number one Feng Shui and Bachi Master in China, right?
Yes.
And you are her number one student.
Yes.
So
correct.
How did you become the number one student?
Like I mentioned, it's about reading and analyzing. And then my average accuracy is already between 80 to 90% now. Yeah.
Nice. And how did you get 80 to 90% accuracy? Is it by trial and error? Is it by going in depth? Is it by doing practical? How does somebody get an 80 to 90% accuracy in mobile numerology like yourself?
Well, I think it's more try and error. Just keep continuing trying and error and then getting feedback. It's important to get feedback from people to say whether you are right or wrong. Because actually, honestly speaking, numerology, there's many ways of reading a number. So sometimes when we read a certain way, they say, no, it's not correct. Then I have to read from another angle so that I can get it right. Yeah, correct.
So very nice. So Dennis, tell us a bit more. What is the difference between Feng Shui and mobile numerology?
Okay, that's a very good question. Actually, there are two distinct belief systems. But actually, both of them share similar qualities as well, because both of them believe in the influence of the energies and forces around us. Feng Shui actually more or less is about space. So it's about creating harmony, balance, and positive energy. And it's usually in fixed places like at home, in the office, in the shops, and so on. Whereas mobile numerology is more on vibrations. And like I mentioned earlier, the vibrations and the meaning actually give us insights into our personality, our destiny, and our life path. Yeah.
Should I, if somebody is interested in mobile numerology, right? So
Yes.
should I choose the mobile number myself or should I get some help?
Okay. Of course, we cannot stop people from choosing their own number. But the problem is that most of us do not know how to read our own 八字, our birth dates. So when we do not know how to choose our birth date, how do we customize the number that suits us? So if you do not have this knowledge, then the thing that you will do is most likely you will choose a number that you like, all right? Or you choose a number that sounds good. Or else, thirdly, you may say, okay, let all this number add up to a certain number, then I'll choose that number. But all these methods that you use are not perfect. So, and also the key thing is that usually it's our energy that attracts certain numbers, or the numbers attract us in that sense. So when we have negative energy, the number we choose is likely to be negative. Yeah. So that's why I will always suggest to people, please go to the professional, because you only live once. And I always tell people, how much is your life worth? Yeah, why save that couple of dollars and risk your career, you risk your life, and you risk your future over just some savings only? It's not worth it.
And how fast can somebody start seeing results after changing the correct number?
Okay. Interestingly, some people actually starts to see result even at the point when they decided to change number. Okay. And then some would see results after they receive the new mobile number. And there are some who will receive between 3 to 6 months to see results. Then, of course, there are some that will actually take longer. And I have to explain over here. Because sometimes in Chinese, we believe what we call 犯太岁. In simple layman terms, is that you offend the deity for that particular year. So if you are in that cycle year where is 犯太岁, then that means it's difficult to have a better fortune that year. Okay, but even if you don't see the results, it doesn't mean it didn't work. It just shows that it actually lessen the impact of the thing. Okay.
So, Dennis, what is the success rate of people who have changed their mobile number with your help and Laoshi's help?
Yeah, we have actually we started business since 2019, and we have more than 300 testimonies from people, and we have actually changed numbers for people, of course, from Singapore, but also in countries like Malaysia, Taiwan, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Mauritius, and even Luxembourg. Yeah. So the success rate varies from individual to individuals. Let me explain this. Because when the Laoshi give the numbers, there are some people who say, I don't like these numbers. Okay? And when you don't like the numbers also do not like you. Then the other thing is that we always encourage the person to terminate your old number and start to use the new number. But a lot of them secretly still keep their number. They say, no, it's okay. I just put the phone in the drawer. Yeah, and then they didn't terminate it. Because that phone has been with you for so long, your energy really resonates with you for a very long time. So that's why that number will interfere with the new number, and that's why sometimes you cannot get the result. Then, of course, some of them actually treat the new mobile number like a magic pill. They just keep staring at the phone and expect miracle. And of course, if you don't put in the effort, it's difficult to see a positive result. Then the other thing is also about doing merits. We believe in doing good so that you will receive better things. And I think among all, the most important thing is about our energy. Yeah, and it's very important to always channel positive energy in everything we do so that we can get better luck.
I think it goes hand in hand, right?
Yes.
You cannot just, it's not a magic pill. Like
it's not a magic pill.
Nothing is a magic pill,
Correct.
I agree. And so, Dennis, maybe you can look into the camera and share, who are you currently looking to help?
Okay, I'm looking to help actually most especially the salespeople, especially if you are in real estate, you are in insurance sales, or you are a financial consultant. Why is it so? Because I just find that sometimes meeting customers for the very first time is very daunting. And you like to guess how is the person, like the nature of that person. Is he a nice person? Is he a nasty person? Is he a reserved person? And so on. So if you have this skill that you have, you can actually know the person before seeing them, then you actually can devise a better strategy or approach when you see him or her in person.
Very nice. And are you able to read, so I know you're looking to help people in sales, but are you able to read a person's character in 3 minutes using just their mobile number?
Yes, I sure can. I sure can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shall we test that out?
Sure.
Okay, so maybe I'll give you a mobile number and then you can share. When somebody gives you a mobile number, right, what exactly are you able to read?
Yes. Okay, first of all, I can read the person in terms of his character and personality. I can read his wealth, and I can read about his career.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So shall we test that out?
Sure.
So
Okay.
let me ask you that again. Maybe you can read this number live for us. Can you read the number 71624?
Yes, I sure can. Yeah. So a few questions I need to ask before I analyze the number. First, I need to know the gender. So this is female.
Yeah.
Okay. How about the age?
The age is 30.
About 30, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Then what is the is he married? What's the
No.
marital status? Single?
No, single.
Single. Okay. Okay. And then how long have you been using this number? Do you know roughly?
I think 20 years. 15 years.
15 to 20 years. And
Yeah.
then lastly, can I ask what's the occupation?
Occupation, employee, working in the media side.
Media side.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's good. So normally when I analyze the number, these are the 5 things I need to ask about the person so that I can read a little bit more accurately. So just give me a minute.
No problem.
Okay, in terms of personality, this person is a very hardworking person. And when she works, actually she's quite happy at work. But at times, she will also complain a lot. Okay, at work, she is also she's very detailed and very good in service as well. And she's very sharp. It's very difficult to bluff this person. Anything up your sleeve, she is very fast in actually catching you. Yeah. And then she's also a very, very smart, intelligent, and creative person. In terms of wealth, she's a person that actually try to save money, but it's very difficult to save money because does she like to invest?
No.
No. That means she spend money very fast. Yeah. And then she spend also on friends to give them a treat, and also spend on eating and spend on making herself look good. If I'm not wrong, she should be quite attractive person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because from the number 16 tells me she's an attractive person. Yeah. And exactly. So, yeah, so you try to save, but it's difficult because the money comes very fast and also goes away very fast. Any other areas that I should say?
No, I think it's good. I think it's a 70 to 80% accuracy as well. And maybe, so that was a female.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do one more male example because
good.
we are right at the end of what we were supposed to do. So let me give you one more male example because I like that analysis. Can you analyze the number 0927?
Okay, and then similarly, this is a male you mentioned.
This is a male.
Age roughly?
31.
30. Okay. Married, single?
Single.
And then using the phone for how long roughly?
Using the phone for also
a long
20
time.
years, 15, 20 years.
And then lastly, occupation?
In business.
Business.
Yeah.
Okay. What business can I ask? Is it possible to say?
Health side business.
Health side.
Health area. Yeah.
Okay. So from here, I can see he is someone who is very, very good at his work. He's very professional and then you don't have to question his professionalism. He has also a very good gift of the gab. But in his lifetime, he may meet with somebody who is his saboteur. Yeah, I think somebody betrayed him or something like that. And then he go into some service line, which I would say is a business helpline, and then he's able to make money. So from what I can see, he's definitely a businessman himself because of the TNE number at the back. But the only thing is that for us, the particular stars, there are actually 4 levels. So this is the level 4 of the wealth number. So which means that he has money, but maybe not as much only. Correct. So I think that's about it, about him in terms of the personality. Work-wise,
Health-wise?
Health-wise, okay. Health-wise, I think he has to look more in terms of a liver and more of the male organ side. Yeah, these areas I look at. And maybe, does he have a little bit of surgery? Does he have a surgery? Okay, here, because there is a surgery number here. For us, having a 0 and a number, chances of surgery and operations is likely. And this has to do something to do with the intestine. Yeah. Okay. He's somebody who likes to eat. Yeah, so I think with these 2 number combination, 17309 especially, shows that he likes to eat a lot.
Nice
and he's not fat. He's not slim.
Yeah. So it's, I would say, again, 70%, 80% accuracy as well. And that was very nice. So I think we've got lots of questions covered as well. Dennis, is there anything that I should have asked you that you feel I did not get a chance to ask? I think we covered most of it.
I think we covered most of it, yes.
Very nice. Thank you so much for coming on the show. That was episode 13 of the show. Dennis Choong, the Mobile Numerology Whisperer. Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you very much, Vicky.